Kwazulu-Natal, where religious leader in the province held a media briefing today outlining their plans ahead of former President Jacob Zuma's court appearance in Durban's High Court for his fraud and corruption case. And to discuss this, we're now joined by the Secretary of the National Interfaith Council of South Africa, NICSA, Bishop TB Ngcobo, from our Durban studios. Bishop, thanks very much for joining us. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Baba. Thank you.
Bishop, so tell us why you will be in court supporting former President Jacob Zuma.
The reason why we will be in court on the 8th is because former President Jacob Zuma was the champion of the RET. The reason why we are saying that is that out of the leadership that is in the office right now, we don't see that oomph to press the issues of land. Now we felt that Zuma was the strong voice of radical socio-economic transformation. Zuma was the strong voice of land expropriation without a compensation. Zuma was a strong voice of free education, because I believe even this issue of free education, if he didn't mention it before he left the office, I think it will be also under the discussion as what the land is right now. So Zuma, he stood up for the State Bank as well. So when we look and analyze all. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Bishop, I'm going to jump in a little bit because I'm trying to find the link between radical economic transformation and a former president that's going to be in court facing very serious charges. How do you make the link between those two very separate issues?
No, we believe that a person is innocent until proven guilty by the rule of law. So currently, the allegations can't be a judgment. So we as religious leaders, we pray for President Zuma when he left the KZN to the White House in Cape Town. But now when he comes back, we can't just neglect our prayers. And if there is any things that were happened in the parliament, we need to know, we need to follow.
Right,
we've got the rights. And if we analyze also...
Yeah, Bishop, help me understand, what's the role of the church? I can understand you going there and saying, I like the president, you go in your individual capacity. I'm trying to understand, is it the job of the church to go and support an accused person, whoever it might be, in court?
Yeah, what I'm saying, as church leaders, we visit jails. So what is the use now if what can prevent us to go to court and support somebody who's been accused of corruption? Because you are not telling me that Zuma is corrupt. You are telling me that Zuma has been charged with, there are allegations of corruption. So allegations can't be true can't be not true. But we are saying the way we analyze things, what is happening in this country, everybody who fight for the black people are being attacked. So that is the reason. And this land issue is an issue that is the minority trying to divide the black people. so that we can lose the focus of the land issue, we can lose the focus
Okay.
of radical
Bishop,
socio-economic
we're running out of time.
transformation.
There's one very last question I have. Again,
Yes, ma'am.
you're talking about the church, that you go to jails and you support accused. But the South African Council of Churches were relieved when the president resigned. And I'm reading a quote. You said that the South African Council of Churches can go to hell. So we're confused watching this. We've got some priests saying that, no, we must support the president. Some priests saying no. Again, I ask you, is this the job of the church? Because you seem to be disagreeing.
No, that is the job of the church. You know, our mandate is not a political mandate. It's the mandate of Jesus Christ. UJesu wasithatha thina emgqonyeni, wasiwasha, wasikhulula. So there is no way where uma kuthiwa somebody is in the dustbin, we cannot come closer to that. And also this statement that has been mentioned, that I said the South African Council of Churches must go to hell, I don't think it's a true story. I don't know who captured that, but it's not what I've said. But what I'm saying is that, okay, fine, the South African Council of Churches is not representing the indigenous churches in South Africa. So what we are saying because the land is an issue. We don't have amatunda, we don't have izindlu zamasonto, we don't have. So the reason why we are behind the land issue is because we, as people who are leading indigenous churches, are suffered with the land issue, with the free education. In our churches, we've got people that are not able to access the tertiary education because of the fees.
Okay, so
that is the reason.
All right, so because you see former President Jacob Zuma as the champion of these issues, that's why you'll be supporting him. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. I'm going to have to leave it there. But thank you very, very much indeed for sharing your thoughts with us this afternoon.